Hi, welcome to a new video of mine. My name is Lotfi Murat, and today we'll be recording two videos because I have two subjects, and they're both an inspiration of what's going on now and what just popped up as a result of something I noticed and my own history. I hope that after today you will have better insights on what's going on with you when it comes to your daily stuff, how you feel, how you react to things, and how things are changing for you. Like, subscribe, and share. So, in this first video, I would like to share a little bit of what I've been experiencing lately, which hopefully will help you understand what's going on to you, because I will also explain where things are coming from. And you'll understand in a second why I'm laughing and why I'm checking things here and looking down a few times, and you will understand. So, um, a month or two ago, I got a tax return, and I could finally replace my computer, my aging computer. Was 12 years old, had one or two small upgrades, but really small upgrades in the past few years. And it was really time for something new, also because I wanted to do higher quality videos, smoother streaming, and also because I felt I deserved to have a nice new computer with certain things like a beautiful case to look at because it's standing next to me. I'm looking at it every day, and something good quality. And you may think like, oh, okay, great. But maybe you're noticing that the video quality is still not super. And the sound may be good, and maybe you just heard some extra noise. So we'll change something. Okay, like this. So nothing went smooth. Hence, one of the reasons why I haven't been publishing any videos lately, or let alone do any lives. My microphone not working on this computer properly. Companies started to save money on chips, and you need to have a powered microphone to actually be heard on your computer. My graphics card had issues, and so I'm using my mobile now for the sound. I will edit that into the video. And I bought the blue thing that you see in the back, not the orange, the blue thing. An IKEA roll-up curtain, and I thought that would give me a clean background. I decided to have dark blue because I generally wear bright colors. My camera didn't like that. My camera started adjusting to the dark blue and making me like radiating light literally from my face. You may say, yeah, but that's what you do. Thank you. But it looked horrible. And so last night or early this morning, I was like, yeah, maybe I should put something bright behind me instead and see how that works. So I just took a blanket from IKEA and I shoved it over it. And I'm like, yeah, well, it works now because light is better now. So I'm like, okay. So now I need to figure out what to do permanently because this looks a little bit funny. I mean, it's not straight, and I'm a perfectionist, especially. So I'm like, yeah, most people wouldn't really care because I have orange in my logo, so it's fine, right? And blue is a color that's business and trust or something like that. So that's why many websites use blue, dark blue. Anyway, so you can trust me, right? And then, of course, I got the feedback from several people like, yeah, but you having all these technical issues. Also, I'm building the table, which is an extension to my current table to put my computer on and have more space for my second monitor. And so things didn't go as planned. And a lot of things didn't go as planned. Of course, you may say, that's the world we live in. Yes, but like a little bit over the top, not as planned. And so, what's going on? Well, I'm going through a reset again. And if you have watched my last few lives, the ones I did with Paul Henrider, you can find them on YouTube, then you know that I went through a reset 2 years ago. And there was a 3 to 6 months reset, like hard reset when it comes to my second chakra / sexuality, which was really needed, which I'm grateful for. But at the time, I had no clue what was happening. And now again, I'm going through this phase where I'm like in between two worlds. On one hand, I haven't had any inspiration, let alone motivation, to record videos. I mean, when you don't really have inspiration, you're not motivated to do something. Like, okay, you sit down and then what? Especially if technology is not working. Like, I cannot do a proper live stream now till I've resolved that freaking issue with the microphone. And I also realized I could not absorb anymore. So my girlfriend was telling me like, hey, do you want to join me in this course and in that course? And I'm like, no. I felt no on everything. Like really my body was saying no. I used to record every 5-6 days a video about the energy at play for the coming 6 days. I'm experiencing it generally 1 week earlier, so I would use the gene keys, the pulse, if you're familiar with that, to get an idea, to get the inspiration, to get the focus, and then record a video. And people are paying me for that. And yeah, it was a nice thing to do. Also for me to look back at my week and to understand what I went through. This is not really a technical issue, but this is my neighbors who are starting again to break down a whole apartment. And yeah, I'm not letting that stop me. If it's bothering you, then maybe you should work, and I can help you with that, on not getting annoyed by or distracted by annoyances, things like this. And this has been waking me up a few times already in the past few weeks. And 2 years ago, this happened for 6 months in a row. All day long drilling. I really thought that whole building would collapse. I mean, they had been drilling so much. I mean, there was no way that building was still standing. Still is, by the way, but okay. When it rains, there are pieces dropping down on the street. So they did a banged up job. So I could not even record those videos anymore. And of course, it started to worry me, like, okay, people are paying me and I'm not delivering. But then I got actually feedback, oh, finally you took a break. Good, you deserved it. I was like, maybe I should have done that. But then I didn't see it as a break, so I didn't enjoy a holiday. Instead, I was fighting the fact that the river was drying up. There was no flow anymore. And now I realize that, yeah, if you need to make a dramatic change, of course, you need to come to a full stop first. And then you can make that change, of course, sometimes. It's not like you take a smooth curve or so. That's not always possible in life. And so I'm again at such a crossroad. I'm really glad that today I got some inspiration. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. I put that thing, I'm like, okay, it's fine, it's okay, it's not perfect, but I don't care. Yes, I have some extra editing to to, to insert the audio from my phone instead from the microphone on on the webcam, because that's really horrible sound. Maybe I'll include a little bit if I'm in the mood, but I mean, in the mood meaning extra editing to go and find the spot where I say this. And so I could actually write down minute 10. And yeah, this chaos, this is used to completely freak me out and to push me into fear. But then, because of all the work I've been doing the past 18 years, almost, actually September, 18 years, yes, I got used to this kind of crap happening in my life, this kind of reset, this kind of changes, which can be really abrupt. And so I'm a little bit calmer. And I do talk about it with my friends. And in those talks, even if it sometimes takes time, I do get my insights. I do start to realize things like, oh wait, and I start to connect dots, and like, okay, this person saying this, and that person 2 days ago said that, and tomorrow I'm attending that, and it's about that, and then suddenly pieces of the puzzle start to fall together. So the big lesson here is we're in a period where energies are intense. There's a lot of solar activity. The Schumann resonance is going up and down. Um, the world is full of polarity. There is those who are pro and against this. There's those who believe it's natural and those who believe it's a bioweapon. There are people who are mad at other people for believing something or for doing something or for not doing something. Basically, it doesn't matter what you believe or what you're doing, and doing nothing and also doing something, by the way. There's always going to be people who are against you. And that is part of the big transformation we are in. And I do believe we are heading towards something good, even though some people are trying to push us to make this planet go into something really bad. And good and bad is still a judgment, still a polarity, of course. But what we consider to be good, or what actually feels good on the inside, not what we think is good, but what really feels good, what gives us a feeling of peace, that is what we're heading to. But it's like every big change, every revolution, like the French Revolution in 1789. Wow, I remember that. Did transform France, then Europe, then the rest of the world. But it was not an easy change. First, things had to get really bad. Then people stood up. Then there was a conflict. There was a lot of polarity. It was push and pull. And then things started to improve. In the process, a lot of shit happened. And it was far from a clean transition. The intentions were also not all good. Even those who wanted the change, some of them had really nasty intentions. But the end result was an improvement of some kind. And we are in a similar situation now. So believing that everything should go back to normal, things were not normal, because what we're experiencing today has been in the making since the end of 1980s, and is part of a much longer plan. But change is happening. And you can do two things. You can focus on everything going to shit, or you can focus on, okay, how can I make the best out of this, stay in integrity with myself, totally disregarding what others are saying, what society is expecting from me, only listening to what I feel is the right thing to do now. Not what I believe, because that's programmable. That's what our parents, what church, what school, what media, what magazines, what people have been saying, what we feel in here. That's also how I work with my clients, for example. I make them feel something. I make them go back inside to actually feel, and then work from there. So my encouragement to you now, my recommendation to you now, is to go inside and feel. In order to do that, it helps to ground. You can do yoga, you can do meditation. And when I say yoga meditation, it's not about torturing yourself by sitting still in a horrible position that's hurting your back, or doing exercises that are hurting you even more. It's going to the core of either of them or both of them. And when I say grounding, it doesn't mean you need to hug a tree or walk barefoot on the grass. Sometimes that's not really possible. But there are more ways of doing this, and I can teach you those. And if you're interested, let me know. I can organize a course. I can do private sessions for that. It's just depends on how many people react and what you want. It's not difficult. Everyone can do it. Even if you have disabilities, even if you have social, physical, practical limitations, it is possible. You can even do it when you're in an airplane at 40,000 feet or 12 kilometers. So the important thing is to ground, to come back into your body and to feel. And why is that? And for those who have been doing a lot of spiritual work, why back to the body? Because the body is your antenna, and is also, let's say, the microphone. Let's stay in the subject. You have a microphone to record the sound. You have a speaker to reproduce the sound. So your body is antenna / microphone, catching signals which are in the air. But it's also the speaker that's screaming at you sometimes, like, fucking hell, this really hurts. This is really not good. Do something about it. Change something in your life. Like, start eating healthier, or like start moving, or step out of this relationship, or change jobs, or whatever it is, to act, to stop certain things. An ulcer is about stress. Is your stomach saying, hey, I cannot, you have to stop swallowing all that shit. It's giving you an ulcer. Back pain, shoulder pain. Is upper back and shoulders, like, stop carrying the stuff that you're not responsible for. Lower back pain, stop being so worried. There are so many ways that your body is teaching you, is actually telling you, is informing you. And often when it turns to real pain, it's screaming at you. Little discomfort is like, knock, knock, hello, may I have your attention, please? There is something I really would like to tell you. But when you feel the pain and you get sick, that's your body screaming at you. So do yourself a favor. Start grounding and start listening to your body, especially now. I think this is enough for this first video. I'll take a short break and then record the second video, which has a different subject, but it logically comes after this video because you need to listen to your body in order to actually get to those insights and to actually do the next thing that I'm going to talk about in the next video. I wish you a beautiful day. See you soon. Like, subscribe, and share.